when I first got the job about the project and the scope of the project. So at first it was really assessing what was there, the pieces that Chicago had, and then it was about really building out the staffing structure. So we spent a lot of time in that, getting to know the players, identifying some gaps where we needed to improve, and then going out and recruiting. But I think, what I've been impressed with is just when I left in 2018 till now in 2025, just how much the league has grown. And, when you look at facilities across the league, when you look at, the TV deal and the exposure the league is getting, even the talent, it's leaps and bounds in a short period of time. So that's been really fun. And really looking forward to, the day-to-day on the field with the group and really being able to build not only the first team but the entire club, the culture of the club, the environment, the playing style, all of that is, exciting opportunity.
We're going to go to our right, first row.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right, David here from El Camerino. My question is, for sure, you are one of the, most experienced person in the room. What specifically can you say about MLS beside any other leagues, for example, based on your career?
It's a good question. And, I think the structure of the league, the predictability and the functioning of the league, of how it works, is very stable compared to some other leagues. And I think the amount of growth that takes place makes MLS unique. You don't have leagues that are growing that much year over year, whether that's the quality on the field. When I talked about the change in 2018, when I look around the league now, every team virtually has a way that they want to play. Every club has an identity. The players we're able to attract is improving. The coaching is improving. So, the academies, the structure in the academy is improving. So what I'd say is what makes MLS unique is the fact that although it's a very established league, it's still improving every year.
Now, going more, personal,
Yeah.
what's about, to be next on the, Gregg Berhalter career? What's about to be next?
I think this is a great opportunity. I said it when I got the job. I see Chicago as a sleeping giant. I see it as a third biggest market in America. An owner that is really investing in the team to be successful, investing in the facilities, whether that's the training ground or potential stadium, investing in the roster. And, for us, we're looking forward to trying to build a really solid club from top to bottom. And that's, a great opportunity.
We're going to go Simon, then David.
I agree. When you're a national team coach, obviously everyone has an opinion about your team's performance, their tactics, the formation. It's like a constant debate, isn't it? Inevitably involves criticism as well. Do you go into this job now with a little bit of determination to prove a few people wrong?
No, not at all. I think the time, if you look at the 6 years with the national team, it was one of the most successful periods the U.S. national team has ever had. So for me, it was, a job well done with one failure point, Copa America. And that happens. It happens to any manager across the world. But overall, we took a very young group, we created an identity, and was successful with that group. Won multiple titles in our region. Perform well at the World Cup, qualify for the World Cup. So there's a lot of boxes that were checked. Now the question is, what's next for the team? Can the team get to the next level? And that's winning, substantially at the World Cup. But overall, it was a great period. So for me now, I've always said, and Steve knows this well, there can't be enough outside pressure, that will be greater than the pressure I put on myself. So there's a lot of internal pressure. We have very high standards, and we're really, in Chicago trying to build a very strong club.
The question we're getting from all the fans, so I'm going to pass it on to you, is
Okay.
Where are you at in the build right now? You've opened up a ton of flexibility. We've seen a lot of players go out,
Yeah.
but everyone's asking, in terms of the way you see the year and how things have to happen in this transfer window versus the summer, your methodology, how you have this project built, what does the timeline look like?
Yeah, so it's a really good question. What I'd say is that we're making progress with signing some top level academy players. So that's the first thing. We really believe in the talent in Chicago. We want to keep developing that. Our second team, is a total refocus and really trying to bring in talent that will make it to the first team. That's our priority with the second team. And with the first team, we've signed, Jack Elliott, an experienced center back from the league. We think, one of the top 10 center backs in the league. And then Philip Zinkernagel, we just bought in from Bruges, who will be, as a TAM player, will be a very good value, and we think a high performer in this league. There's a couple other deals that are very close to getting done. And then you start to piece together a really good team. We're looking to bring in a DP left winger. Working on that. And then there's enough pieces there that you can start assessing and then see what needs to be done potentially in the summer or for next year. But we think we can be competitive right away. That's the focus.
We're going to go to the back. We'll come to the front for Alonzo and then come back to you, Steve.
Hey, Greg, 2 questions for you. One, there's been a lot of talk about schedule change. I just want to get your thoughts about what that would potentially mean for your team. And number 2, how much is Chicago an asset in recruiting players and potential people to your team?
I think it's a big asset. When I'm showing, we have a recruitment deck that we're building. I'm showing the lake and the turquoise color of the lake in the summer and the Ferris wheel of Navy Pier and the restaurants and the sports teams and the training ground being right in the city. And I think it's, there's a lot of positives to sell Chicago. So it's a great city. I've lived there for the last 6 years, and we love it. It's a very family-orientated city, a lot of things to do for families, but also young people, a lot of nice neighborhoods in Chicago to live in. So, that's a great selling point. What was the first part of the question again? Yeah. I can't say much about it because just because, it's not done yet, obviously, and they're working through that. I think from the business side of it, in terms of player recruitment, I think it would be easier to be aligned with the FIFA calendar. We're seeing some challenges now with teams, motivated to move players mid-season. And then, but you also have to factor the climate and what that does to cold cities and balance that with what's happening now with really warm cities. So, it's a broader discussion, I think, that, the league is having. Yep.
Alonzo.
Hi, Coach. I would like to ask you, because you were talking about how fun was to building the staff in Chicago, and also that you like to put the pressure on you. But Chicago hasn't won an MLS Cup since 1998, so it's a lot of pressure as a new head coach for Chicago to go and win an MLS Cup this in your first season.
I don't think so. I think it's, not to say that we don't want to win the MLS Cup. That's not the mindset at all. But, our focus is on building a sustainable success. We really want to get the city of Chicago behind the team. We want to create an environment where players and staff members can develop, and we want to win consistently. And, you have to lay the foundation. I know that it's easy for me to sit here and talk about winning, right? The hard thing is to actually do it. So for us, it's really about laying the foundation this year and building a strong team, building a clear identity, and trying to really change the mindset of the group and the mentality of the group that we can be winners and we can build something strong.
We're going to take our last question from Steve. Please proceed.
Greg, I was wondering.
You get 2 today, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Getting it in.
Yeah.
It's an important one. What's your relationship now with Mauricio Pochettino? He's said some nice things about you and the way you've set up the program for the future. And along those lines, also, is there a bit of an awkwardness because he is your successor now?
No, there's, we've always had a good relationship, and there's absolutely no awkwardness. I'm very supportive of the program. I love the U.S. national team. I've been involved with the U.S. national team for a long, long time, and it's always going to be a program that I support. I'm pulling for the coach. I'm pulling for the players. I'm pulling for the staff more than anything. And, it was never about me. It's about the program, and it's about how do we win on the world stage. And, that's what I'm hoping, and we'll support them as much as we can. Personally, I'll support them as much as I can.
Coach, want to thank you for your time and welcome back.
Thanks.